Another streaming session. I just having a few mouse issues today. I don't know, my mouse is not moving that well. I'm just going to disconnect it. Try again. Let's see if I can reconnect it. Also, I'm having screen issues. Okay, I think that's helped my mouse a bit. Let's drop this down. Yeah, I do sort of have some weird issue right here with the light. I don't really know why that is. Let's check the settings. Show webcam settings. I don't know why I've got this problem now. The lights are all on. The screen is up. Maybe it's just that I always had it and I didn't notice it before. Yeah, it's just very faint. Maybe I just didn't notice it before. Oh well. Yeah, you can see it a little bit in the corner there. Wonder if I can do something to improve it. White balance. No, I'm not going to mess around with it right at the moment. I think I'll just keep going. Okay, fine. So, I think today let's do a recap of what we were doing last week. So last week we started building the main app, the prototype, the game mechanism prototype, and I had a good session with the game designers about the way we're going to pitch as packs, the way we're going to do deck building, and the way we're going to do the very first pass of the gameplay mechanics. So I'm still in the pitch as packs space at the moment, and one of the main things that I'm working on right now is some probability based stuff. So I think I found a interesting probability library in Ruby, and I've started porting that to Crystal. So this is the library that I'm porting. It's called Chance. So I think today we'll finish porting that over, and then get back onto the rest of the game mechanics. Just before we get there, I just want to show some more artwork just to remind myself and anyone who's watching the coming art. So this is Daphne, the pirate undead. She's like a general second in command, and she is, I think, going to be in the card pre-sale. Tim Blair, hello. Warming up from yesterday. Yeah, actually my boiler was broken yesterday and it was freezing cold, so I had all my my hoodie on and stuff like that, and I was starting to feel like I was getting a cold, but today the boiler's fixed, the heating's back on, so yeah, feeling much better now. Okay, this is the latest art that's coming. So this is going to be a demon, the general second in command, and this demon is going to have snakes for tails. I think it's got 3 snakes as tails, and then it's got a very demon-like face with horns, and he's carrying a whip, which is going to be a bit fiery on the end. He's got hooves, and he's going to have like a strong, powerful, muscular body, and yeah, so he's in production, right now, and I think he's going to be called Abraxius. And we've got 2 more coming in production. One is another angel, and she's going to be very Japanese styled with double kimonos. And then we're going to have also another card which is going to be a paladin, and he's going to be like a strong leader, general type paladin. So that's the artwork. Let's get back to doing some coding. So I was porting this chance library across, and how far did I get? So did I do that? Of is here, yes. Will, yes, I wasn't sure what event was, so we'll come back to will. Then we've got 2S. All of these bits I've done are identical, so we can borrow this. 2S. Identical. What's this alias? Identical. Identical other chance. Self equal to other chance, and self happens equal to other chance happens. So do I have happens? I've got happens as a getter. I guess I could also make just a happens like this, which will just return happens. That should take care of that, I believe. Crystal spec, all good. So now the meaty part, the main part of the code is in that block there. Will I need to do times is the last main bit here. Stick it down here. Chancing self odds of chance odds to F. So I think all that stuff should work as well. Yep. And then yes, I've just got will left and this main block here. So this is case. Let's see what case does. So initialize. Let's pop that here. So case. Raise chances don't add to 100 unless chances inject sum plus chance to F equals 100. Inject, okay, I think Crystal has inject, or maybe it's reduce or something. Ranges, empty array, so this will have to be array of something. What is ranges? I'll come to that in a sec. So chances sort by, that seems like it should work. Each with index do chance I, chance F, range. Okay, so if I 0, 0 chance, else if I chance it says -1, last chance. Where does this last chance come from? Hey Blockchain Daily, welcome to the Guardians of Axum. Yeah, all is awesome. Particularly more awesome now that I've got my boiler fixed and the heating's back on, because it was pretty cold last night. And I've got 2 kids and they were cold and crying all night. So last night I was pretty tired. Okay, this kernel thing needs to replace. everything else looks like it'll just work. Right, this event thing, I'm not quite sure what that is. Call some kind of lambda. Oh, it's the block. I see. So yeah, this will work. I don't really know what type the getter is on event. It's whatever the type of the block is, I guess. And this last chance, I don't really know where that is coming from. Where is last chance? Odds happens event. It just like pops out of nowhere. Last chance. I don't see last chance anywhere. Nope. That's complete. Core extensions. So I have to do some of those. Chance. I really don't know why that is an instance variable. This is Crystal, yeah. So I'm porting a Ruby probability library to Crystal so that I can use it in my game mechanics prototype. So we can do the purchase packs part of the code, so we can set various probabilities for different cards, different card types. Anyway, this looks like it will work as is. Right, let's get rid of this kernel rand. I think that's the only thing, these two kernel rands here. In the Crystal version, we don't want those. Where's my percentage? So where did I do the random number generation? Core. Nope. Oh, here it is. Random secure, around 100. So that's going to be like that. Okay. Something probably... Oh yes, I see. Yeah, I need to know what type ranges is. I guess it's going to be something like ranges adds a range. A range is a range. Maybe it's like a slice or something. So if you do chance to F, it's like a range of float of 0 to chance. So I guess in Ruby you don't really care. You can just say give me any old array, but in Crystal you need to type it, and I don't really know what type a range is. I mean, I'm going to guess it's something like a range of float 32 or float 64, something like that. Instance vars are not yet allowed metaclasses. Use class vars instead. So it doesn't like this kind of thing in Crystal. I'm just doing what it's suggesting, but interesting. Okay, so that works. That's great. We've got the first part of the Crystal code. So now we could do with catching up with the specs for the Crystal code. And let's see what we can get. So the reason we're building this probability, porting this chance from Ruby to Crystal, is so that when we look at our cards, so if we look at these cards here, for example, each card is going to have a different type of rarity. So there's going to be rare, epic, legendary, and insane, and we want to pick at random with certain probabilities which cards you'll get in your pack, and the pack will be 5 cards. So that's the main reason we're doing this. So the first step is to write a few more tests for chance. So here's my chance spec. So be created from percentage, odds expressed as percentage, comparable. So the next thing is to be identical, and we did implement identical. I don't know why we have this begin, end, well thing. Let's come back to that. Begin, end, well. That's not identical. Okay, so this is the case statement. So context, I think this is called describe as well. I don't think we have context in Crystal. Case statement, it renders a single outcome, outcome chance case. So now we've got these outcomes. Let's see if that can compile. Snow. Will. So will takes. Oh, you know what? Crystal doesn't like single quotes for a start. Strings are all double quoted. Okay, let's give that a whirl. Okay, const should include. Okay, so now it doesn't like include. Just drop that out a sec. Okay. Case. Do end. We need another end here. Right, inject. Does Crystal have inject? Undefined method inject for tuple. So we're going to change how this works. So tuple probably needs to become an array for inject to work. Because right now, yeah, I guess I'm passing in chances here, and chances is a tuple. This first splat, I think, means it's a tuple. I think 2 splats means it's a named tuple. I think in Ruby this turns into an array, but in Crystal I think we actually keep a tuple structure here. I don't really know how to go from a tuple to an array. I mean, I guess 2 A's, I guess, but I don't know if that'll work. Define a method inject for an array of chance. Okay, so maybe inject is just not a thing in Crystal. Let's go check. New window. Let's see. Crystal lang. Inject. Why inject instead of reduce? Let's check the docs first. Oh, 27.2 already. Wow. 27.1 only came out like a couple of days ago. Interesting. Inject. Nope. Reduce. Reduce. It does seem like it's reduce. Reduce. Okay, let's try reduce here instead. Okay, that's good. Wrong type. wrong number of type vars for range, given one expected to. Range. Okay, let's go check out how range works. Range. Oh yes, range takes two things. I guess it takes a to and a from. So I don't really know if this can work. Float to float. Can't use float. Okay, let's try 64 to 64. Okay, undefined method to sort by for tuple. So I can't. So I wonder actually if I can do float 32 or float 64, and then float 32 or float 64. Blockchain Daily, any PowerChats 2019? Not at the moment, not yet. We've got a few things to figure out first, and then we'll think about what to do. Okay, so that range thing works. So now we are going to have a look at sort by. No sort by. I'm sure there is a sort by. There must be a sort by. How can we live without sort by? There is a sort by. Maybe it works different. Sort by takes a block. What does this sort by? Hey, this takes a block. Chances sort by. So maybe it's just saying tuple can't do sort by. Maybe I've got to turn it into an A to make that work. Okie doke. Can't infer the type of class variable last chance of chance. So last chance doesn't know what it is. The type of a class variable is inferred from assignments. Well, oh, range begin. What is range begin? I don't know what range begin is. Is that something from a core extension? Range random. Array random. String odds. Do those things get used anywhere? Well, in theory, range begin. Is there even a range begin? Let's go check that out. I do not know. Range. Range, what does it have on it? It does have begin. Returns a B. What's a B? A B is the first thing. So in theory this should be a float 32 or float 64. Chances each with index. Each with index do chance. Instantiating array chance each with index. That's this one. And it's saying on line 25, oh, it doesn't know what type this is. Last chance to 100. Maybe it's not float. Maybe it can also be an int 32 or an int 32. Which would make nope. Still can't infer the type. Last chance. I've given it the type down here though. Why is it so unhappy about this? Ranges. Periscope. Live streaming on Periscope. No, I didn't know about Periscope actually, but maybe I can stream out to Periscope and Twitch at the same time. Maybe that's possible. At the moment, I'm uploading my previous streams to YouTube as well. But it'd be interesting to see if I can stream onto multiple platforms from this one streaming session. Alright, I'm a bit stuck here. I don't know why, even though I've inferred it, I've given it the type explicitly. Maybe I need to move this somewhere else. Range begin. Ranges. That's an empty array of ranges. And then we say 0 to chance, else if I chance size -1, then we say last chance is 100. What are my system specs? So I'm running on a iMac Pro. I think I've got about 12 cores, maybe a bit more. Let me check about this Mac. Here we go. Yeah, I've got 3 gigahertz Intel Xeon W, 64 gig of DDR4. I've got a Radeon Pro Vega. Yeah, 12 cores. Yeah, from my concern point, I think more people will be interested in blockchain development on Twitter. Yeah, sure. Yeah. I'm definitely open to streaming there as well. I think it's a little hard as well to know what time zones live streaming is good at, because I only have this period of time, like from 9 o'clock onwards, to stream. This is 9 o'clock until like 11. That's GMT time, but I guess in the US that's going to be like in the afternoon. In Europe it's going to be a bit late as well. So I don't know where the majority of my Twitter followers don't really know where they're from exactly. I bet you like 80% of my Twitter followers are probably just bots. Yeah, Florida, nice. Right, what am I going to do with this last chance thing? Maybe there's a better way to write this. So we basically just want to find a range And why do we even have this weird instance variable stuff going on? Last chance to 100, last chance to 100. We're in a loop here. We make a float of a chance, and chances, we've just sorted it. Okay, so if I is 0, 0 to chance, and then the last chance. Okay, it doesn't seem like we need these, really. Maybe that'll help with compiling. If I look over at last chance. Yeah, so this have to be declared first. Then I wouldn't need to declare it here. Read before assignment 26. I suppose that's why they did it that way, because they want the order. It's to do with the ordering. They wanted this to be assigned first and then to be used. It's not great. Not great. Range begin. Range is range. Last chance. Ah, awesome. Exploding engagement. A studio will be totally awesome. Yeah. Interview over Skype would be pretty awesome as well. Yeah, it sounds pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, I got a green screen behind me. I've got a camera here, camera there, some lights up the top, and I've got like a mic on a boom arm which comes down here. But I'm still running out of space a little bit. I've got to clear away some junk behind me so I can move my green screen back a bit. It's a bit too close, so I get like a bit of reflection. So when I move like my hands in certain positions, it causes the light to sort of beam off it, and you can see like green background flicker and stuff like that. Yeah, it looks alright. I think it'll look a lot better when I move it back a bit and get some better lighting. I need like proper diffuser lights, but when you go to research all the stuff you need, there's like a billion different choices, and it's hard to know exactly what to buy. Okay. Right, how can I fix this last chance issue? Let's read the thing properly. The type of class variable, if not declared explicitly with last chance type, is inferred from assignments to it across the whole program. So I think it's because it's used here first before it's declared. That's why it's confused. So I need to infer the type some far. Oh, as far as development. Well, I think development, at the moment I'm building a game mechanics prototype, which is the first step really. Let's see if it's up here. Let's So it's basically got an admin panel, lets you add a whole stack of decks, create random cards, and this is all the cards in the system from different decks and rarities with different mana, health, and attack variables. And then you go to the shop and then you purchase packs of 5. So I'm working on the rare pack first. So you would choose a number of packs, buy those. The next step is for the purchased packs to appear in a collection screen where you can go and then use that to drag across and build a deck. And once you've built the deck, then you can move on to the turn-based game. So I'd say at the moment this plan is to build the pre-sale app first, and then get on with the core game development after that. So I guess now still about halfway through the game mechanics prototype, and once that's fully up and running and we can test all the different gameplay, that'll put us in a good position to know if we're going to be roughly what the schedule is. But I'd say probably behind schedule at the moment because I've got a lot of work stuff going on, and so I only get, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours a night to work on this stuff. So it's adding up over time, but it's definitely had to slow down a little bit. But the artwork takes a long time as well, so I think the pace of the artwork will be what determines if the product's on schedule or not. Because the coding probably can catch up quite quick, but the art just takes a long time. Each card can take 1 week, maybe 2 weeks if it's really detailed, and we need hundreds of cards, so yeah, that could take a while. So yeah, I just wrote this mechanics thing quite bare bones, just for the game developers, the game designers, and myself to play around with. But once the game is playable on the prototype, just that one, the very basic one with no graphics, then I'll start challenging people, my Twitch followers and anyone else, to beat me in a match, and then we can use some of that feedback to figure out the how to tweak the mechanics. Okay, so I don't quite know what to do with this. So this range statement is using at last chance before it has been initialized, which in Ruby is fine, but in Crystal I'm not so sure. Maybe I can just... Yeah, but if I put it here like this, it's going to complain it hasn't been assigned. But maybe I can just say range begin up here. Declaring type of class variable should be done at the class level. Alright, so it's like, hey, you have to go up here, or even higher up. Yeah, even up here. Class variable chance of chance is not nillable. Must have an initializer. Well, I don't know. Can't initialize it up here. Can that work? It's got an initializer. Line 7. Yeah, look, I tried to initialize you up here already, and you complained at me. Oh, I see what it's complaining about. It's saying, don't do it here. Okay, and if our method begin for nil, that's because of the order things are called in. I think I'm going to rewrite this method. I don't like it. Yeah, let's rewrite it. It doesn't, it's not any, I can't port it directly from Ruby to Crystal. So let's try again. So it's okay to take chances in here. Okay, and then that's fair enough. We can raise if the chances don't add up to 100. So this is basically, we start at a 0 and then we sum and chance. Sum plus chance, that's an accumulator, is 100. So that's fair enough. Now then, do we have a spec that talks about that? So raise if odds add to less than 100. Should raise if odds add to more than 100. So that's these two bits here. Let's see if I can make this bit work first before we do this bit. I guess this whole thing is within the case statement. So it's like, hey, we're talking about case here. And then we're like, let's do this thing here. Why do we have a lambda here? Okay, so I think this whole thing's supposed to be like raises exception or something. Where's my window gone? API spec expectations expect raises class and message. Okay, so this should be more like expect raises and then some exception and then a message and then a block, I think. Oh yes, and then this wants to be like this. Okay, I wonder if I can put some thing in here and I'll complain about the message. Yeah, chances don't add to 100. Okay, and then the same thing for more than 100. So this should be raised by 100. So this is a expect raises exception chances don't add to 100. Rain, sleet, rain, sleet, rain, sleet, sun, wind. Ditch that. There we go. Alright, that's the first step. Okay, so we raise in that case, and then we say chances. We're going to sort the chances by C to F. Okay, so let's put the chances out here, and we'll go back to chance spec, and we'll do this, and original outcome, blah blah blah, chance case. Let's just see what this does now. This gives us a chance, and we've got 70, 20, 8, 2. Okay, so now we're going to do this. Chances are going to be sorted. Let's see what we get now. So before that was a tuple, and now it's an array, but 2, 8, 20. Okay, so it sorts it the other way basically. And the next step is each with index do chance, and then we set chance to a float. Then we do this range stuff. So I guess the whole point here is we iterate around the chances, and we say create me a range between 0 and chance. The last chance and 100, last chance and chance, and then we say last chance's range begin, and then we add the range to the ranges, and then we say give me a random number, and then for each range we say does the random number include the number, does the range include a number, and then return the chances of it. Okay, well, Yeah, I think I'll have to come back to this. Is everything else so identical as everything? Okay, I'll just let that settle in my mind while I do identical. Okay, so same chance is 50% chance, begin, end, well, same chance happens does not equal first chance happens. What can that do? Trailing while is not supported. So guessing crystal, I have to do something like, well, same chance happens. Let's check it out. While crystal and while. Okay, while some condition end. Well, same, so identical to a very similar chance. Same chance happens does not equal first chance happens. So while that occurs, then same chance is 50% chance. So maybe that can just go here. And then, no, I think it needs to go in here. Something like that, I think. Oh yeah, same chance. Where is same chance coming from? Begin, end, while. What is this? Ruby, begin, end, while. Okay, what's this? Executes code while conditional is true. So code while condition or begin code end while condition. If a while modifier follows begin statement with no rescue or ensure clauses, code executes once before conditional is evaluated. So this will produce the following. Inside the loop, I 0, 1 to 4. Puts inside the loop I is I is 0, I plus equals 1, while I is less than num. So it's evaluating that on every loop. And then the while part is on the end there. So in our case, that's there, but the thing inside the begin and end is the thing that's being run, which is this, but it doesn't like this until it's been initialized. Identical. Where's identical? Identical. Def identical. Other chance. And this is basically going to say identical other chance. The method same for bool. Alright, same. Where does same come from? Expectations should be true. Okay, I guess this is something like this, maybe. Okay, good. It's a shame we have to do that twice. I guess it's because there's no while modifier in Crystal. So basically you have to set it once and then iterate it. Okay, let's try this one. Different chance is 50% chance, and while different chance happens and chance happens, again this is going to be a bit up and down because we need this. Now why does this have instance variables everywhere? Does it need them? So while this and what's in the while loop? That's in the while loop. And this goes underneath. What's different? Chance. Chance happens. What's chance here? At chance. I think this is first chance. Different chance. Chance, I think this is first chance here. I don't have much hope for that. Yeah, I don't know why these are instance variables. Ah yes, so this should be false. Okay. I'm kind of interested to see what happens if I just did this. Yeah. Not really doing anything here. Oh yes, I see. Okay. That's why the loop is here. Okay, looking good. Okay. Pretty close now. Only this main case statement is due, and only what else? Initialize event. Oh yes, I still don't know what event is supposed to be. What did I set it as? Event equals block. Where is event? How does that work? At event block. I wonder if it knows what type this is. Let's make it a string. Get event to translate directly in all the methods. Guess up here we have to say something like event equals something. Okay, catch you later, Blockchain Daily. Thanks for watching. %70% will snow. Oh, it's a proc of nil. Interesting. This is a proc of something. Oh yes, here is a proc dot new given 0 expected to T and R. Just the lang proc in 32 new Okay, this needs to be some sort of block, basically. Event equals block. And I wonder if I can just ignore it for now. Okay, so I've got a few things I've got to fix. I've got to figure out how to set what type I need to set here. And why we bother propagating event up like that on will. Because I guess it's only if you want to get the event out of chance. I don't know why they need to do that though. Wow, tough session. Yeah, so I got two problems I got to solve here. And I think I'm not going to solve them tonight. Yeah, I think I'm going to head off now and have a good sleep and think about how to solve some of these issues. And hopefully I'll get them solved, and we'll pick up tomorrow and start moving forward on actually using the Chance Library. Yeah, okay, well, thanks for watching, and I will be back tomorrow 9 o'clock. The plan is to have Chance finished by then, and to keep going. So, thanks very much, and I will see you tomorrow.